What's up, folks? Bill Corpus Crispy Murphy with Danny Boy Reginald, and welcome to episode
Folks, folks.
536 of SIP on SIN. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time zone you are in. It is Monday. Dan had to step away for a second. I'm sure he'll be back relatively soon. But yeah, we got a great show for you today. We got baseball to talk about. We got baseball to talk about. We got baseball to talk about. We got football to talk about. We got a lot. We got a lot to discuss today. How you doing, Danny boy?
I'm good. Sorry about that. That was my fault. Didn't mean to scare everybody there. Um, I'm doing great, Bill.
Fantastic.
It's been more. No, sorry. My housemate, there was a power outage in the area because we had storms and everything. So he was just updating me, but he didn't realize that I was taping something. So um
Well, you guys didn't lose power, did you?
uh we had power, but it wasn't at full strength. It was
Can you
not.
elaborate?
Fridge was going in and out. The ice machine wasn't working. Stove wasn't working. But we had Wi-Fi, so we can go on the internet.
Oh,
Um,
that's good, I guess.
I was able to watch some TV and stuff. So some stuff was working, some stuff wasn't.
Yeah, so looks like you guys got to go get some. You guys got to go grocery shopping because with the fridge going in and out.
Well, we're fine now. Like, as long as stuff stays, I mean, stuff should stay cold as long as you don't open it. Um, so we should be fine now, but it was, I mean, it wasn't scary. Like I said, we didn't totally lose power. But that's what happens when you have rainstorms in the area. If you're in a very vulnerable area, you're gonna lose power. So that's what we did. So
No, that's what happens when you lose power, I guess, huh?
yeah.
So we got Okay, so we got some stuff to talk about. We got to talk about this weekend in baseball.
Yeah. Uh,
Um, well, the Yankees lose a series against Toronto.
but they won in extras yesterday, Bill.
That's
Well,
got to count for something, doesn't it, Reggie?
and don't worry, we have the Blue Jays this coming weekend, so
This
hopefully,
time on our turf.
yeah, hopefully they will find a way to win games. Ben Rice with a big two-run homer in the 10th inning breaks the tie. Bednar shutting things down in the 10th, and they were able to come up with a 4-3 victory over Toronto. Um, they were able to avoid the sweep, which would have been a disaster. Look, this is what the Yankees are. The reality is the Yankees are a team that are very look without Judge, without Bellinger, without Giancarlo Stanton.
This is what they are.
They they are average, they are inconsistent, and it's amazing the fact that they are, doing as well as they are. And look, obviously, we're going to continue to criticize them because that's what we are. We're Yankee fans. We're spoiled. We want them to win. The fact that they're 14 games over 500 and they have a stellar road record without Judge, without Bellinger, without Stanton, and then you know average to poor at bats from your lineup.
But that really shows, like, okay, yeah, they're doing well in the wild card,
Mhm.
and it's going to be another wild card here, folks. They're not going to
Yeah,
catch him.
and that's fine. You know, it is what it is.
You know what I hate, Reg? You know what really grinds my gear?
What?
Is that our standards have been lowered once again.
Well, but here's the reason why they're lowered. Is because the Yankees keep lowering them. You know?
No, that is true. I'm tired of our standards being lowered.
No. Like you see, we don't we obviously spend, well, we don't spend like we used to, right? So we have to rely on spending for analytics and all that stuff. Look, if Aaron Boone gets to a wild card series, his job is safe. Let that sink in.
See, the bar is so low at this point.
You know?
Make it to the wild card, you're good. Make it to the wild card, you're good.
Like that you can tell that there's no sense of urgency because if there was a sense of urgency, we'd be hearing a lot more about Aaron Boone and his job security. That's not the conversation. It's not the conversation right now. The conversation right now is, oh, well, the Yankees don't have Judge, and
They don't have Bellinger. They don't
and
have Stanton.
they miss them because their lineup is feeling it.
Now, let me ask
He
you a
has an
serious
excuse.
question.
Go ahead.
I want to ask a smart man like you a question, Reggie.
Yeah.
Why do I always feel, Reg, why do I, the bar is so low at this point? Why do I feel like we're always having the conversation about, we're always having the conversation about Aaron Boone?
Or Brian Cashman.
Yeah.
It's a direct result of what they're building. That's why the conversation is dominated with them. But they don't see it that way.
Um,
Very unfortunate.
no, it is very unfortunate. It's like we're having this conversation, and why doesn't Hal Steinbrenner do a damn thing about it?
He's cheap.
Because I look at it this way: there are other teams that if their manager has like a mediocre 2 or 3 seasons, they're gone.
The Yankees. Yankees
Aaron
have.
Boone is on his 8th season, dude. His eighth freaking season.
And the reality is he's been lucky to have an Aaron Judge, to have big lineup guys, Rizzo, and at one point Aaron Hicks when he was good, Stanton, obviously. Like he's been lucky that to have good players in his lineup.
You think so?
Yeah. He's just lucky. Because on the face of it, while he has managed much better over the recent years, he still makes some boneheaded moves that I just there's just no way you could defend with the way he handles the bullpen, with the way he handles the lineup for the longest time. Um, defending Anthony Volpe, which is indefensible. Like everything that he has done as manager questions the idea of managing. It's very frustrating. But
No,
they,
it is.
oh, yeah,
No, it is very frustrating, and that's what makes it very. No, that's angering, to be honest.
yeah.
It's not just frustrating, it's maddening.
Mhm.
Like, let me ask you something, dude. Whatever happened to the gold standard New York Yankees? The ones, if George was around, and, I hate to be that guy, but if George was around, Boone would have been gone years ago.
But it's true though.
Probably wouldn't have been allowed back on the bus heading home from Boston.
Can you imagine the Yankees winning 100 games and then you lose in the division series badly to the Red Sox? Come on now.
And that happened.
Like any competent owner that would want to win a World Series looks at it and you know feels sore.
No, it does feel sore.
But in any
But yeah,
case, eh, go ahead.
because that brings into another question. You want to talk about it now? Or do you want to talk about it more on Bombers Banter? Because it's something I heard about recently.
Well, I mean, ask it and then we'll tease the Bombers banter. How about that?
I don't know if you heard about this. I think this was last week. Michael K was talking about the Old Timers Day, how the crowd doesn't show up anymore.
Oh, I don't care about that.
No, but we could talk more about this on Bombers Banter, but
Right.
and I just thought of this. Maybe people just don't want to hear about the glory days anymore.
We'll tease that to Bombers banter.
Yeah, but
So
no,
that's a long form conversation we have to
yeah, I
have.
think that is a long form conversation. We'll get you Bombers Banter in the next week or two. Hopefully before I go on vacation.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
Word hopefully. Um, but anyway, so
I
yeah.
mean, the fact that there wasn't a lot of people at Old Timers Day, and of course we didn't talk about Old Timers Day because what's there to talk about? You know?
I was at Old Timers Day once. I went in 2017. Like I'm glad I went, but to be honest, it's one of those things just to say I did it.
Yeah,
Does that make sense, Reg? It's just one of those things. I did it. I'm done. It's off the bucket list. I don't need to do it again.
yeah,
Because it's cool, but dude, if if you go down from Old Timers Day, it's a long ass day. When I went in 2017, I remember I had to be down there by 10:30, I think. 10:30. Because you have the Old Timers ceremony, which is at like 11. That's an hour. And then you have the game, which is like another hour. And then by 1 o'clock, the old timer game's over. Then they got to get the field ready, and the actual game started at 2. And I remember I was there till and that game went to about 5:30. So I was there from like 10 in the morning to like 6 o'clock at night, to almost 6 o'clock at night. So that is, dude, that is a long ass day.
yeah.
So yeah, anyone who wants to go to old timers day in the future, just keep that in mind. Okay, so
Well, yeah. The reality is, I think it's the young fan doesn't necessarily care about all the big time festivities like we did when we were growing up. So, that
no,
that could be a part of it. That
yeah. Well, again, we'll talk more about that on Bombers Banter.
yeah.
But all right, your scores for the week: Orioles beat the Rays 10-2. Braves beat the D-backs 5-3.
Mhm.
Pirates beat the Red Sox 8-3. We
We
just
love
talked about
that.
it.
We love that.
We love it. Hopefully, just the Red Sox, because I think their win streak has kind of cooled off a little bit.
Yeah, three of their last 10. They've only won 7 of the last 10 they lost. And just not looking the best. Not looking like the Red Sox that was destroying all of baseball for 2 months. That was so it's kind of cool to see them cool off and everything. Um White
Will the
Sox
Tigers will the
go ahead.
Tigers catch them?
Well, the Tigers,
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, they got to catch the White Sox, who they just got swept by 7-5.
Yes, that is true.
So I mean, they got their own problems to deal with. Um, Marlins over the Reds 7-1. Padres over the Guardians. The Cleveland Guardians 5-0. Bad news for the Guardians. Chase DeLauder. He's left with hamstring tightness. He's being reevaluated. Um, sorry, evaluated, I should say. Go ahead, Bill.
Yes, the Mets beat the Nationals 4-3.
Good weekend for the Mets. There's a little sweep of the Nats. Nationals in disarray.
And the Phillies beat the Twins 7-5. The Cards beat the Cubs 11-4. The Rockies beat the Giants 13-7. The Athletes beat the Rangers 5-2. The Royals beat the Angels 3-0. The Brewers beat the Dodgers 6-2. And the Mariners beat the Astros 3-2.
Well, a couple of things to know on these scores. The Brewers and Dodgers. Brewers taking the season series. Oh, and creating separation for the top spot in the National League. So, Dodgers in a little trouble. Dave Roberts not happy with how his offense or defense is playing right now. Um, Saying in a presser, it's just been 4, 5, 6 weeks of below average production on offense. It's just the truth. And I think we just haven't played clean baseball for quite some time, and that speaks to the defense.
Yes, absolutely.
The manager's starting to get a little pissy. We got bigger problems to deal with. Also, the Cardinals on Saturday, I don't know if you saw this, Bill, but Joshua Baez, the rookie, uh, making his major league debut in his first three at bats, Bill, home runs. One that
Yeah, I did see that.
was a was a bomb, like over 400 feet, in front of 30 of his family members. So congratulations to Josh Baez making MLB history as the first player to hit home run, three home runs in three at bats in his major league debut.
So, yeah, I did see that yesterday. 3 home runs.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is incredible, incredible debut. Um, Obviously, if you look at the updated standings, the Rays are still at top of the American League East and the top of the American League. Looks like they're going to stay there. White Sox in the Central, Houston Astros at the top of the West, Yankees first wild card, second wild card, Boston Red Sox, and the Baltimore Orioles, Bill, in the third wild card spot, surpassing the Texas Rangers. Funny enough, Texas Rangers last weekend won the series against the Baltimore Orioles, and
Oh, the Tigers. Okay, I got confused. I thought the Tigers were still in the run-in. That was my mistake.
they are they're only a game out. They're right there.
Yes.
I believe they're 5.5 back of the White Sox, if I'm not mistaken, in the Central. But they are still in the wild card race. Again, a game out of the third from Baltimore. So, um,
No, but you know what? We just got to be honest with you. You ready?
yep.
The American League is garbage.
I mean, look at it. The third wild card is 61 and 63. The West leader is 63 and 62.
The American League is crap.
Again,
It's crap. If you look at the National League, the top 3 teams, all of them, everyone in the national, okay, the top teams in the wild card, the top 6 in the wild card, all are over 500. The Cubs, the Phillies, the Padres, the D-backs, the Marlins, and the Cardinals are all over 500.
you have four teams in the National League with 70 wins. Only one
One,
American League team has 70 wins. It's Tampa Bay Rays. It's brutal.
yeah, Tampa Bay has 74 wins. Chicago has 65. Houston has 63.
Brutal.
Well, in the National League, you have the Braves have 74 wins. The Brewers have 77 wins. The
They're gonna
Cubs have
be
72 wins. The NL Central, I think, is the one you're going to have to watch out for.
yeah.
And the Dodgers have and the Dodgers have 74 wins.
It's tough to watch sometimes, dude. It really is tough to watch. And this is what pissed me off about the Yankees. The fact that they know that the American League is weak and they're not taking care of business against those said teams. It can't be the Toronto Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are a game out of the last wild card spot all of a sudden, right? Like it's frustrating. It is very frustrating to watch how you know, you have teams in the American League that stink, and Yankees are while again there are again top wild card, fine, but they should be better than what their record says it is. That's the problem.
You're you're not wrong.
They have the best run differential in the American League. Why don't they have 70 wins? Is frustrating. It's frustrating.
It is frustrating.
Okay. Um,
And how funny would it be if we got a Brewers Rays World Series? A World Series that about 99% of the country did not ask for,
yeah.
nor did they want.
I mean, the Rays be very interesting because they're very analytic. Both teams are very analytically driven. Um, but the better lineup is built by Milwaukee, so it's like tough to watch. By the way, Rays the losers of three in a row, so it's like that's another thing. You know, it's not like again Tampa Bay, they're not world beaters. Fuck, Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
mate. God, it's sad at this point. Watching the American League is sad at this point.
Yeah. It really is. And again, unless I see otherwise, the world champion's going to be in the National League.
It is.
World champion's going to be in the National League. We do have some sad news to point out. And of course, we mentioned his name because of Old Timers Day. He had sent a statement out, but um, former Major League pitcher, four-time All-Star, Tommy John did pass away um, at the age of 83 following an illness. Of course, as you all know, Tommy John Bill, we again always talk about his name. Why? Because there was a surgery that was created um, to fix his UCL that prolonged his career by 14 years and has saved many many careers of so many pitchers. And we talk about all the time on Batter Up. Why he's not in the Hall of Fame is beyond me. You know,
And you know what's interesting is when he had his surgery, they wanted to name it after the doctor, but the doctor didn't want to take all the credit.
right?
But the doctor didn't want to take all the credit, so they changed it to. So he named it Tommy John surgery.
Yeah,
So yeah, Tom, and because he sent a last week, like right before Old Timers Day at Yankee Stadium, ironically, which we talked about,
yeah,
he sent a letter. Basically, it sounded like a goodbye letter.
yeah.
He sounded like, let's see if I can pull it up.
Hmm. We also have a statement from the Yankees regarding his passing. While Bill brings that up, the Yankees mourn the passing of Johnny John, who was a bedrock of our rotation during his time in pinstripes and a longtime favorite of Yankees fans. While his incredible longevity and post surgery achievements changed the fortunes and trajectory of countless athletes around the world. It also overshadowed his excellence as a pitcher, which included consecutive 20-win seasons with the Yankees. We pause to remember the totality of his legacy, his competitiveness, his skill, his penchant for conversation, and his kind and gracious nature and his stature as an athletic medical pioneer. Yankees extend our deepest condolences to his family and friends.
This is the letter he wrote last week. I want to thank the Yankees organizations and the Steinbrenner family for giving me this opportunity to say goodbye to everyone, along with all the friends and fans who followed me throughout my 26-year career. Thanks to Dr. Job, who saved my arm and made it possible for me to continue pitching. The surgery has since gone on to save the careers of countless pitchers, including many of the very best in the game today. Thank you to all the fans who supported me and my teammates for 26 years. I will never forget you. The day I left for my first job as a pitcher, my father looked at me and said, "Good luck, Tommy. Just remember one thing, whether you make it in the big leagues or you don't, you always just be Tommy John from Terre Haute, Indiana." Yeah, so he was in hospice. So yeah, that does sound like I'm on my way out.
Yeah.
So Tommy John, dead at the age of 83.
Yep.
No, like that is career saving surgery, though, right there. That has saved countless of surgeries.
And we always talk about it. He was a near 300 game winner, and he wouldn't have had that without that surgery, which is the wild part. And he is a big time legacy. It's incredible stuff. Sending
It is incredible stuff.
all the love and good vibes to his family, his friends, and everyone that loved him. And um, again, we'll continue thoughts and prayers over to them.
Yes. All right. So going from the diamond to the gridiron, we had some NFL preseason this
Yep.
weekend.
Hmm.
We had some NFL preseason this weekend.
Are you ready for
Um,
some football, Bill?
you're damn right I'm ready for some freaking football. It's, dude, it's like less than a month away.
Right.
It's like, because right now, well, because right now we're in the middle of August. There's only a couple weeks of summer left.
Yep.
Well, culturally summer, as in, like vacation season. Summer doesn't officially end till September 21st, as a certain friend always has to remind me.
Right.
But but yeah, no, but no, summer's coming to an end. Football will be here relatively soon.
And we got a taste of what football may look like this season. My Jets obviously losing to the Tampa Bay Bucks. Nothing crazy. No Gino because of a sore foot, as evident in today's practice. If you were following today's practice for the Jets, Geno Smith had a sort of brace sleeve type of thing on his leg. So they're saying it's his ankle, and it's not a big deal. He would have played. He was limping around, Bill. So I don't know about that. But instead, we got to see a little bit of Cade Klubnik. He only had two offensive drives, which resulted into scores, one touchdown. Um, Klubnik looked good. I was very impressed. He was 5'7". He had the nice pass to Garrett Wilson. That Garrett Wilson just unbelievable, unbelievable wide receiver. Um, we need to put the ball more into his hands and everything. Um, Good runs by Braylon Allen. So good to see that. Defense looked okay. Again, I don't really care about preseason scores or wins and anything, but you know, it was good to see some players ball out. So I'll say that. Giants.
Giants lost to Minnesota by
Mhm.
a score of 13-10. Jackson Dart went 3 out of 4, 26 yards and 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
Brandon Allen went 5 out of 8, 45 yards, 2 interceptions, and Jameis Winston 8 out of 9, 89 yards, 0 touchdown. And Jackson Dart, his touchdown passed to Malachi Fields. So, okay, they lost, but like what Reggie said, it's preseason. I'm not too concerned about wins or losses. I'm not worried about wins or losses. So,
You know, and look, Jackson Dart throwing a touchdown after he got absolutely
pummeled.
walloped to the ground. I mean, you saw that was a massive hit. He went to the medical tent, for
Yeah, so,
a second.
and Jackson Dart, but other than that, he looked fine. And I'll say this now. Can we just say with Jackson Dart, yeah, it's August, that thing happened back in May. We can now focus on football, like seriously.
Well, I think the Giants have been focusing on football.
No,
And
because I went to the city the other day and I was like, I wore my Scatterboo shirt. I still have a Dart shirt. Like, let me wear Scatterboo. And my father said, yeah, good call. My dad's like, good call.
I,
So,
I, I really don't think fans care anymore.
but my dad, he's like thinking somebody might see that and might start ranting about how
Yeah.
he's buddy buddy with Trump. And I'm
But,
like
but
thinking,
but you know what? It's sports.
like, who gives a Okay, you know what? It's been 3 months. I
It's
think
sports.
people have pretty much forgotten about it.
Yeah. Like we're focusing on the season. You know, Politics is politics. Sports is sports. But
Season's gonna begin in let's see.
we're about a couple weeks out. I think it's about 20 something days till
Okay,
kickoff,
today's what, the 17th?
something like that.
Today's
Uh,
the 17th, so
Like it's got to be at least like
okay, so let's see. It is 3 weeks out. We're three
yeah.
weeks out.
Yeah, so about 20 days, like 20,
The
21 days.
first game is on the first game's on Wednesday night this year.
Yeah, and that's because they have the Australian game
On Thursday.
on Thursday. So,
So what? We got Wednesday, we got Thursday.
mhm.
No football on Friday. We got college Saturday, and then Sunday, Monday. Life is good.
Goddamn. In
It's
that
almost there. So excited.
Yeah, in that Giants Vikings game, the Vikings did suffer a loss. My boy Jamal Adams um, will be missing the entire 2026 season due to a right knee injury that he suffered. It was in the second quarter of that game. It was I think he went down without any contact and uh, he stumbled in pass coverage, fell on the MetLife turf. All too familiar, Bill. Everything
Oh yeah,
too
we
familiar.
know about that a little too much.
So we wish Jamal Adams the best as he recovers from his knee injury. They didn't give the extent of the injury, but it did not look good. He was carted off, so that was rough to watch.
We know this all too well because the feel that MetLife is shit.
Yeah. At one point in New Jersey, they had grass.
Ah, grass.
And funny enough, it was the same time the Jets were good and winning divisions and stuff. They were playing on grass. But then they went back to turf. And it's the Maras' fault because the Maras want the turf. The
Oh
Jets
yeah,
want the grass,
blame the Maras.
you know?
Blame the Maras.
Sure.
Yeah, we kind of did want the turf. They did want. So, all right, we got football is here, and now, my
Mm.
friend, since football is here, the future power rankings, according
Mm.
to ESPN, for 27, 28, and 29.
Uh-oh. Future power rankings. This should be interesting.
All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna focus on our teams, and I'll do the top 10. Sound good?
Sure.
Okay, my team number 20, my beloved New York Giants is number 22. Overall score 75.3. The reason for hope, Jackson Dart. And he's got John Harbaugh, who is going to mold him. I think he's going to do a good job. But the reason of concern is, according to ESPN, is Neighbors and Scatterboo, because Neighbors is coming off a knee injury, and Scatterboo is returning from a lower leg in injury. So, so yeah, but no, I could see some optimism there. And now, should we look to Reggie's beloved New York Jets?
Why not?
They're at 29.
Well, hold up a second. Hold up a second. A team that has a bajillion first round picks, a bajillion second round picks, could very well get the top quarterback in the draft because the Colts may stink. Right now has an awesome running back room, an awesome wide receiver room, big time defensive players, big time rookie in David Bailey, and they're 29th.
For the future, for 2027 to 2029, yes.
Why? 29th?
29.
So they're higher than the Giants?
No, they're lower than the Giants. Giants are 22.
Oh, they're lower than the Giants. It's worse. They're worse than the Giants.
So, Reggie, my friend, serious question I'm going to ask you now. We'll probably talk more about this before this, like our show before the season
Well, but that's
begins.
even more disrespectful. The Jets have a higher ceiling. We all know the
Is
Giants are going to be good because they have John Harbaugh.
Could this possibly be Aaron Glenn's second and final season?
If it's an atrocity, yes. But if the Jets are 3 wins better than what they were before, they get to 6-11, then he's not getting fired because that's an improvement. Technically, it's an improvement. Now, of course, I don't want 6-11. I would like 7-10 and better.
Because here's are the is Aaron Glenn, like, if the Jets do end up getting a top quarterback in the draft, whether it be Arch Manning,
Yeah.
Dante Moore from Oregon, Julian
Mhm.
Sayin from Ohio State, CJ Carr from my beloved Fighting Irish,
Yeah.
or Lenoris Sellers from South Carolina, who said that with a bit of a southern twang. Um, Let me ask you. Is Aaron Glenn going to be the one molding that future quarterback?
Well, he'll be the head coach. The one molding is Frank Reich if he stays on. If we keep this coaching staff and Frank Reich is the offensive coordinator, so he's the true offensive genius, and Aaron Glenn stays away. But let's see. Like I think no matter what, I think Aaron Glenn will be running the team next year. And it'll be him in tandem with Muji trying to rebuild what the Jets are. But it starts this year. It starts with Gino. Hopefully Gino's healthy. And if it's not Gino, we gotta see what we got out of Kate Klubnik, which would scare me. But like, it starts now. Like I don't want it to start next year. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of being the laughing stock of the league. It's over.
Oh, it is over.
29, I think, is very disrespectful. Who gave that ranking? Is that ESPN?
That is ESPN.
Yeah, of course, because ESPN hates the Jets.
All right, you ready for the top 10?
Sure,
This is for power rankings between 27 and 29. Number 10, the Los Angeles Chargers.
sure. Okay.
Number 9, the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, makes sense.
Number 8, the Houston Texans.
Sure. Okay.
Number 7, the Green Bay Packers.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Number 6, the New England Patriots.
Yep.
Yeah, with Mike Vrabel, with Diana Rossini or his wife or whoever. And we covered that
Yep.
extensively. I still laugh when he was with his wife. Go, "Now, Mike Vrabel's now cheating on Diana Rossini
Oh my God.
with his wife."
Oh my God.
Number
Uh,
5, the Los Angeles Rams. Number 4, the Denver Broncos. Number 3, the Detroit Lions.
yeah.
Number 2, the Philadelphia Eagles. And number 1, the defending champion Seattle Seahawks.
No Kansas City Chiefs on that top 10.
No Kansas City Chiefs on the top 10.
I didn't hear Buffalo either, so that's good news. Um,
Let's see. The Chiefs are number 11.
mhm.
So they're on the outside looking in. And the Bills are number 15.
Yeah. The Jets at
Uh,
29 is disrespectful. Look, I'm not saying it should be top 15 or anything. 29 is disrespectful. I'm like the Jets right now. I understand if you're talking about current players on the roster, but if you're going to get future power rankings, you got to expect that they're going to get better through the draft and better because of salary cap and all that stuff. They're able to sign better players. Darren Muji has done a tremendous job building his roster filled with veterans and stuff. Like you have to take that into consideration. I don't know how ESPN does these power rankings, and quite frankly, I don't trust them because they don't like the Jets. So,
so you think this is just a hit job on the Jets?
at 29, yes. But with the other team, the only team I don't agree with is the Texans. That's the dumbest place to put them. But they literally made this power ranking to show how much they disrespect the Jets. And I hope that when the Jets get 9 wins this season, which they will get to 9 wins, they'll find a way. Um, we'll shut their asses up and we'll make all y'all bow down to us. You know? Kiss our feet. I'm
Kiss
fired.
the feet.
I'm fired up.
You fired up?
29 my ass. 20.
So, all right, that is the power rankings.
Yes. Von Miller signing a 1-year deal with the Cowboys. Deal was announced last night.
So now Texas's def Dallas's defense will be better.
Yep. Look, that pass rushing rotation from what they're building in Dallas better be good. You're going to sign Von Miller.
Let's hope so.
Yep.
So so a lot of football news today.
Yeah. And of course, congratulations in order, Bill, to Carl Anthony Towns, who marries Jordan Woods in Malibu, California. Uh, an event-packed ceremony with obviously his teammates, his Knicks teammates, celebrities like Ben Stiller and the Beeps and Timothée Chalamet.
Uh, Dang,
Kyrie.
all these big celebrity weddings going on this summer, huh?
Yep.
We had the whole thing with we had okay, you know what? I It was a good run. I said I wouldn't we would go a while without mentioning their names, but you know what? We had a good run. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Yep.
It was a good run, Reg. It was a very good run, wasn't it? It was a great run.
Yep.
It was a good run, but un unfortunately, we got a name. So yeah, congratulations to, and also Justin Herbert got married this summer too, I think.
Yeah, he did. He actually did get married. Yes.
Um, so congratulations to them, and yeah, many happy years to Kyle Anthony Towns.
hmm
Hey, he got two rings this year.
Amen. He did. Uh,
He got
and
two rings.
good.
So all right, well, dude, I think there is and that's pretty much it. What do you think?
SIP on a Monday. We're back on a Friday. Um, we'll do a top five.
Yep.
We'll have fun with it.
Oh, we're gonna have a blast with it.
Yeah. Uh, if you like what you see, why
And why
wouldn't you?
wouldn't you?
Subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe to the channel.
We appreciate you. We love you. We thank you for always joining us. Um, please log on to our website, sportscitynetwork.com. Follow us on the socials. Hit that bell for notifications. We'll talk to you on Friday.
Yes, we will. Have a good week. We will talk to you on Friday.
Bye.
Bye bye now.